Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be spending the day at the Bushcraft camp today and hopefully be making a little woodshed. So stay tuned and enjoy. Hey guys, it's been a little while since I made the coffee, but I was just trying to think about how I can smartly build the woodshed, instead of trying 3 different designs and not getting it done for, a while. So I've just been thinking that over, drank my coffee, and also I wanted to update you guys on something that I packed up last night that I thought was pretty cool. This, it's called the Lynx cross guitar, I believe. I got it from Canadian Outdoor Equipment last fall. Saved up and bought it, but I haven't really been able to use it because it's not an easy thing to pack around. Obviously, it's a 3-foot saw, and this is the perfect place where I can pack it up and leave it for a while because my site was undisturbed while I was gone. Yeah, not only that, but this thing is not easy to, it doesn't come with a case obviously, so I had to wrap it in a towel and all that, so it's gonna live up here for a while. It's good for large diameter trees, but not small diameter ones at all. And I'm gonna be taking down what I started right there, you can see. And there's the towel that I packed it up with. But I'll be saving the wood that I don't use for the woodshed. And the reason why I'm building a woodshed is it's extremely wet right here. It's a weird place because of being next to the stream. It's just so damp. So of course I cut a bunch of firewood, well not a bunch, a little bit of firewood last time, and didn't get to use it. Thought I'd be coming back sooner so I could have covered it up, but nope, it's soaked. So I've got that little dead tree that I've been cutting off of because it's cold up here. At my house, we were having lows of 6 at night. It was like 0 last night. So it was decently cold, much colder than what I planned for. It's 5 degrees right now. And I know this thermometer is accurate, so, or 4 degrees. Pretty chilly. Okay guys, so as you just saw from that really short time lapse, I thought it would take me way longer to clear out all those rocks, but it's easily cleared out enough now. So the next step is to take down this shelter, so I'll film that. Because I have no idea how this is gonna come down. I guess what I'm gonna probably do is untie. I won't film the untying because that's just boring and takes forever, but I'm gonna untie everything other than this one and that one. And then I'll just kind of let it fall over and take the sticks, set them somewhere. And that should be good. And I'll save the rope obviously because I'll probably use that for the other thing. I also brought nails this time, 3-inch nails. So it'll depend on what I think is better for the structure. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna, unfortunately these Y branches were really tough to find, but I'm gonna have to cut them down because I only want like probably my woodshed to go up to about chest height maybe. And then yeah, and it's by where all the rocks fall down. Luckily, I checked and none have fallen down since the last time I went here, so that's a good sign. That means that those rocks that had fallen down fell down a long time ago. And yeah, that's about it, I think. So I'm gonna build it obviously where the rocks fall down because I really don't care if my woodshed gets knocked over by a falling rock, but I would care if my hot tent got a rock through it. That would not be great. And obviously I'm gonna build it in the place where no rocks have really ever fallen, and it's gonna be kind of right in the middle right there. And that tarp it's a ground sheet for my brother's tent that broke. So I'm gonna use that as the tarp for the woodshed. So the woodshed's gonna be about as wide or whatever as that tarp, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can find enough of this moss to cover it with this moss. I think I will be able to, because all the rocks have it growing on them, and that'll make it blend in a little bit more, look nicer than just a tarp, and should prolong the life of the tarp, I'd assume. So yeah, that's my idea, and I might first put a bunch of this stuff, you know, kind of stuff, sticks and dirt over it. But I mean, you'll get to see what I'm talking about soon, so be right back. Okay guys, so I untied the couple sticks, and actually before I take it down, I'm gonna take all these poles and lean them up right there. It'll just be out of the frame, it doesn't really matter, I can show you after. So I'll just speed up this video clip then while I do this. Now that I got all those poles out, it's time to hopefully do a nice controlled demolition of this place. The idea that I have is I'm just gonna untie this and kind of push it over, and it should just fall that way, which is perfect. There's nothing here if it does fall other than my water bottle, which I of course left open and got some sticks in it. There's nothing over here that can't really get toppled on, and the camera's far enough back that it won't get hurt, even if it does fall this way. Okay. Huh. Standing on its own. Well, there we go, controlled demolition. Controlled-ish. As controlled as I can make it anyway. So, here's what we're working with. We got lots of building material. I think I can easily make the woodshed out of that amount. This is gonna be the center pole, and it's just gonna be a lean-to kind of design, I believe, anyway. We got our two Y branches. And I think I'll build it right here, leaning back, because that's pretty much where the dangerous rock slide area starts, right? So, it's looking good then. It's coming together well so far. So far I've got this laid out, my first kind of beam. It looks good. Looks like we're gonna have enough room for quite a bit of wood, probably at least, with the amount that I'll be up here, hopefully, my idea anyway is like once a week at least, probably almost a whole winter's worth of wood. Because the stove that I have doesn't burn a whole lot of wood. So I got that laid out. It's looking great. And that's what I thought I'd just update you guys. I'll update you guys again. Well, here, I'll show you what I kind of did. I pegged in the corners just so I could get a kind of a template, and I'm fine with this going over a couple inches because hopefully the moss that I gather will help keep it slightly waterproof. I mean, it's a woodshed. If a little bit of rain gets in it, I can dry it out. So the main thing is that I at least have some dry wood. So yep. Other than that, everything's been going well. Time for a little progress update. So far it's actually going amazing. Like, I've had absolutely zero hiccups so far. Here's the main frame right here. Here, let me back up a bit. So there it is so far. You can see it's all lashed up and freestanding right now. I checked it, it's wiggly right now because I haven't put any other pieces on, but I don't think it'll fall. I think it's pretty safe. I put one nail in as well. I didn't put any in on the small branch because that's not really gonna help at all. I'm planning on improving this. You see how it's thin at the bottom? I'm gonna lash another little stick to it to make it stronger. But overall, it's going amazing. This is gonna hold a ton of firewood when it's done. So I'm perfectly happy with it. And hasn't fallen over yet, so that's a good sign. But I'm starving, so it's definitely time to eat. So I packed 1 cup of rice, and I'm only gonna make half of it, half a cup at a time, because I gotta save some for dinner. And wet. So I'll just fill this halfway up. Yeah. To 200 mils. And then put 400 mils of water in. Yeah, that already looks like half though. This is garlic butter rice. It's always been my favorite. So I'm just gonna put in this much and then put in double as much water. I don't think it really needs to be super duper exact. So, about 1, and okay, got most of it. And then I guess you turn on to boil, let it cook, simmer for 10 minutes. So I'll be back when it's boiling. Okay, so turn it down to simmer. Fine simmer. And that looks like simmer to me. Put the lid on, not tight I guess, so it can steam vent. And then put a timer on for about 10 minutes. So, I'll be back in 10 minutes, and we should have rice. Well guys, it only took 4 minutes to cook and then it pretty much ran out of water, so I just turned it off. I tried some, and it's not super soft, but it's good. And yeah, it's all cooked, and I'm gonna end up putting some ketchup on it that I brought with. Now that's some comfort food for out here. So I'm gonna eat that, and then get back to shelter building, or not shelter, woodshed. So yeah. So the next order of business here is I'm going to, first of all, make sure that all of the pokey twig bits are off this tree, so it doesn't poke my tarp and break it. And then I'm going to hit a nail through it and then tie it, because I found that the nails are actually very strong, so they're really useful. I'm glad I brought them, but yeah, so that's the plan. Okay guys, so here we are for our next update. It's going still amazingly. I've now pretty much knocked off any sharp bits on here, and as you saw, I nailed everything in, and it's super strong. I'm not even gonna tie it because I couldn't move that one I messed up on. But yeah, really good actually. So what's next is tying up the tarp, and then I'm gonna put a few cross pieces over it so it'll hold the dirt and moss that I'm putting on. So I'll show you tying up the tarp. Okay, I just gotta get some string. And I'm trying to make this as tight as possible so we won't have much sag in it. Okay guys, it's our next update now on the woodshed. So I think it's going amazing still, and I've got all the back pieces on. It wasn't really something that was worth filming because it would have been almost impossible to get the shot, and it only took a few minutes. But I will explain how I did it. I just took the 2 logs that were sticking up the most, because obviously there's going to be a difference in how much one log is bent to another, such as this one, none of them touched, right? But there was 2 that were the highest, so I just nailed to them on both sides, and it's super strong through the tarp. Yeah, that was fine. I don't think the tarp will rip. Most tarps have, well, this tarp anyway has rip stop whatever stuff in it, so, and like I said, it's just for wood, so it doesn't need to be super strong. So I think what I'm gonna do next is gather a bunch of little twigs, maybe even some little cedar boughs to put over everything, even the tarp bits, and then dirt and then moss if possible. It's currently about noon, so I don't know. Maybe I'll have enough time to do it all, maybe I won't, but it's going great. So, oh yeah, what I was gonna say, but what I'm gonna do right now is trim all these so they're all at the same level. So all at about the same level. I'll just put that right there. Okay, so that looks pretty good right here. Now I'm just going to trim the ones on the side, but I can't really film that, so I'll just do that off camera. Took a while to do, but I think we finally got a good product to show for all the hard work. So I never thought this would get done in one day, but here it is. Super sturdy. I tied it on both ends, you know, because I didn't want it to collapse after doing all that work. So that's really my insurance. I love the moss. It's gonna keeps it tight and everything, and it should help with the rain, I think. And it really blends in, like it doesn't look ugly at all. If anything, it looks really nice, I'd say. Took a while to get all the moss up here, but it's definitely a useful resource, I'd say. Was even able to fill in the gap. Now there's, of course, it hangs down a lot, but who really cares? I think it looks really nice, and it's gonna hold a lot of wood. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna put sides on it or not. I was thinking probably not, because I might lean the wood up on the side and that'll end up destructing it. So, yep. Now all I gotta do is cut some wood, and of course there's some stuff that I'm keeping here, so I want to keep it covered, so I'll build a little platform to keep all that stuff on, and should be good. Hey guys, just leaving camp now. Pretty much packed up. Night is falling. It's 6 p.m. now. So I just thought I'd show you what I'm gonna leave here. I'm planning on leaving the saw because it's gonna be useful up here. Leaving the nails because I'm gonna use those again. Lighters in case I ever forget one, and some extra fuel in case I ever forget it. And most importantly, dry wood and bark. So, overall, I'm proud of what happened today. I think this woodshed's amazing, and hopefully I'll be up next week to cut some more firewood and possibly bring up the hot tent. So, yep, that's about it. Without further ado, please rate, comment, subscribe, and if you'd like to get notifications, hit the bell. And have a great day. Bye.